Yeah, hey guys, Cecil here. So I wanted to just start putting out some just general gameplay videos, not necessarily deck guides. And since this Harmony list is what I've been climbing on ladder with, we're just going to keep climbing, and I'll show you a couple of games with this really strong scoia'tael Harmony list. So let's get into some games. So it looks like we finally got into our first game, and it's gonna be against Pincer Maneuver Northern Realms. Pretty popular deck choice on ladder. And so let's see, so if we don't have the Falve or the Call, we really want to hold on to water for a turn 1 play. This can remove a machine. I don't need too many dwarves to start. Lock is nice. Movement is nice. 2 Hawker Smugglers would be nice. Okay, this is fine. And we are going second. So he's going to start off with a Radeyah Knight.
Long live, etc.
And let's go ahead and open with water.
Yes, this is me now. Who was I before?
So we really don't have... Oh, wow, so he's going Siege early, so... And I hope this isn't the Caretaker list. So do we move or lock that? Do we care enough to? Yeah, since we have the Harmony, let's go ahead and stop this from kicking. I am... Okay, it automatically spawns it in the range row. I was wondering if it spawned the rest of the machines on the row you played Siege on. I was like, that was an oopsie, but you should be fine. So there's... Oh, gonna move it back with Siege ladder. So, do we lock anything here? Or do we just let his engines go for a little bit? We need to protect our Dryad, so let's go ahead and lock the battering ram up so he can't kill our lower Dryad. Yeah, especially if he doesn't have Caretaker to replay his Siege in round 3, we should be able to just simply outvalue him with our own second copy of Water. There's the Bombardment for 8. Do we Figus now, or do we just... Let's Smuggler.
Special prize, just for you, love.
Maybe start boosting a couple units in hand for the next rounds. Wow, there's Philippa. He really wants this round 1. 26-4. I am probably out. This seems like a great time to pass. We got his Siege out as long as he doesn't have Caretaker for a second one. We got his Philippa out. Did he play both Trebuchets? I believe those are both for... Well, one of them might have been sieged. Alright, so at this point, Falve will be pulling either one of these. I don't really have a whole big need for Purify right now. And this is a lot of dwarves in hand. So not the best hand in the world, but yeah, we're gonna take a pass here. So what do we throw? Skirmisher or Marauder? I'll just have the Skirmisher.
Never had your kneecaps broken.
Cool. So we're both going to be going in with 10 cards. We're playing a very long round with this guy, so... Especially if we can avoid the Caretaker, we should be in great shape. So we have the double poison. We would love any of these three. Do not want the Marauder. Hawk is not bad. Okay, we didn't find anything too crazy either way. So let's go ahead and open up with water and set up some really strong enemies. We can move one of his engines, we can poison another. So we have a lot of gas this round. He does still have his pincer maneuver. But again, without the Caretaker to revive Siege, it's not going to be as effective. Alright, there's some oil, so we'll say goodbye to one of our babes. Let's get the Hawker Smuggler ticking. What's he working on? I'm gonna pincer maneuver. Or I really don't know what he's gonna be going for here. I guess just a Redanian elite. Seems kind of underwhelming.
Long live the king!
Wondering if he burned too much gas in the first round. There's the Caretaker. Okay, so we're going to be moving that first trebuchet that comes out. Plus getting their Harmony unit on the board is always a good thing. And we know he's going to be bringing out a battering ram next round. But we probably won't be able to Harmony, or to Dryad Ranger it before he can take it off, so I might just Figus next to protect both these engines. That seems like the best play next turn, depending on what he does. So we're going to see 2 battering rams, so yeah, Figus is definitely coming out. Or... So we do still always have her to reach for the Nature's Rebuke, but I still
Ain't much challenge when you knock him off the horse.
and get the Figus down. Because he'll still be 1 point short, even with double battering ramming this. So far, relatively underwhelming siege for his second one. I've seen a lot more people playing Iron Falcon infantry out of nowhere recently. Okay, so we just ignored it entirely. So now, let's go ahead and poison them. Yeah, if he can't deal with the Hawker Smuggler, it's really just going to run away from him. So what now? He could have a bombardment for 7. Okay, so he's going for the Radeyah. Oh, so this might be that tier 1 singleton pincer maneuver list. And we're handling it pretty well so far. This deck continues to surprise me with how consistent it is. And just how many stupidly absurd amounts of points it can lay down out of nowhere. So we need an elf still for max Barnabas value, so that's going to be Etriel. And we have no cards that affect the rows. There
While
it
you
is,
still
so
stand.
don't need to worry about stacking one row over the other. Still only a 7-point bombardment. Well, probably 8 when he plays a machine to proc this. And we have our own removal, as well as a pretty big Barnabas that's going to come down. So I'm feeling pretty safe here with a 9-point lead and him really not having any engines ticking for him. Well, we have tons. Unless something really drastic happens, this should be in the bag. Come on, bro. There you are. And there's the siege tower and the 8-point bombardment. Sweet. Nothing dangerous was killed. Now seems like the perfect foul turn.
Wind whistles for those work.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I could go get Call of Nature into Great Oak. Let's go ahead and do that. Because either way, we'll be removing the siege tower. And get the Harmony buff from the tree tag. There's his Prince Ansace. Not too scary. Okay, she decided to go for immediate value. I'm surprised. They don't really have a way to immediately remove that. And let's go ahead and play Etriel.
I've been on your trail.
Teams he has.
First step in
I get to play
this
I don't know why I was thinking I would kill it at 4. I was gonna say only I'm allowed to play premiums. There's a mad shot. Okay, why?
Long live the king!
Now I'm really wondering why he didn't play Prince in the back row, mad charge, and have a much better duel, but I think it's over either way.
Elven blood.
So we handily dismantled one of the toppest tier decks in the game with ease, even through a double siege. Now we might have just had a really good hand, having plenty of answers to deal with him, but this is one of the more prevalent decks on ladder I've been seeing, and this Harmony list really just destroys it.
Sorry, turnips back for an encore.
And that should be game. Yep. I don't even know what he'd hit with that.
Might not like me, but you sure as shit need me.
There you go. I guess that's this one. And that's game. Pretty easy win overall. Let's get into the next one. Alright, we are taking on Tactical Decision. Another pretty common deck I've been seeing on ladder a ton lately. So for now, we'll hang on to the water. The Purify will be good. We do need a dwarf, and we already have the Etriel Mulgara combo. Don't know that I need Great Oak this early. 2 Hawker Smugglers is nice. Yeah, this seems now.
this is me now. Who was I before?
I shall not fail!
So at least he doesn't have lockdown to stop our Mystic Echo. That's been another really common leader power I've been seeing out of Nilfgaard for the past couple days. There's a Radeyah lockdown list that's really potent on
Famous last
control,
words right there.
and it can really give some of the other top decks a hard time. Turn 1 Dandy Poet. Interesting. Into DeWitt. This guy's going ham turn 1.
Enough! Let us finish this.
Okay.
Do this with both me hands tied
Running
behind me back.
Knife Juggler. You don't see that card too often.
Praise be to the great sun!
That was a strange. You'd think you would be buffing one of the Dryads that he's soon gonna try and kill. Okay, so I think I just Percival here. I could Hawker Smuggler. I'm not entirely sure if Percival might be overkill, or I could go for the poison, which I don't hate.
One arrow. That's all I need.
Leaves us with a really strong bronze play next turn for 11 points. And just gets more harmony on the board, which is always good. So not only did he dandy, but he also tactical decision. Like turn 1, that is an interesting strategy. Is he gonna joust? Nope, of course he isn't gonna kill the one that's in striking range, and we unfortunately don't really have a way to protect any of them. So let's just get way far ahead on
Leave
points.
while you still stand.
You choose the target with Juggler? Random, okay. So if he had one in hand, he couldn't intentionally target this 1 power fledgling. Well, so far so good. Feeling pretty happy with this round.
Yes.
All the pikemen. Do we care enough about that to do something about it? Let's Hawker.
Special prize. Just for you, love.
Fucking DeWitt blocking the human harmony tag from going off. Mantle. So far, this guy has not been playing anything too threatening, though. With how heavily he committed in the first turn or two, I'm really happy with where we're at. We are doing A-okay. Do we just go for the second smuggler and just set up really strong plays in the next couple rounds? That seems fine.
Show me the coin or sod off.
Putting 2 extra points a turn into the next rounds will really help. Another pikeman. Yeah, we've been able to stay right with him in terms of point value while getting a ton of setup because he's just not doing much.
Never had your kneecap broken.
Oh, that was perfect. Let's just ignore that. Let's pretend I played that in the in the melee row. Nothing to see here. And at this point, what's he gonna turn joust? Okay, so just a 4-point bronze. Feels bad dropping the Sapper against Nilfgaard, so I think it might just be Etriel time. I'm just gonna shoot the Mantlet, and then next turn we have a trio for Radeyah.
Parasites.
Get the armor off of the Mantlet. And Triss Butterflies. There is a gold card you don't see every day. So it's kitty time. Nice 14-point kitty there. Plus all the Harmony decks. That was like a 17, 18-point Radeyah. Not too shabby. This will probably be a pass here. Especially if he doesn't play anything too crazy strong. I think it's about time for me to get out of the round. Hunter, that's a very late Hunter. He could have locked anything, like the first couple turns. Yeah, I'm out. Smugglers are gonna make these cards insane. 10-point starting Percival. As long as he doesn't have Geralt, this is going to do a lot of work in the next couple turns. So does he give me the round on even? He has to play at least a 7-point card with the 2 pikemen. And with how low tempo of plays he's making, he might not have. Okay, he does have it.
I live through summer.
That'll do it. So we can pretty easily find something like a skirmisher or a marauder to throw if he just passes next round. And as always, we have Mystic Echo for our second water in round 3. So right now, the Fauve represents Call of the Forest into Great Oak. I don't know if I care all that much about movement. This is fine. If he passes, I throw the Hawk. And I wouldn't be too upset if he just passes here. Nope, we are playing it out.
Notice!
Starting with a
All
Nilf
roads
Guardian
lead to
Knight.
Nilfgaard.
I'm half tempted to throw the Sapper. Simply to get ahead on points, so if he decides to, like, I could go Hawk and he passes and I still have to throw another card, which would probably be the Sapper anyways. So let's just Sapper first. It seems fine in this situation. It's an 11-point bronze after all. Okay, so he's going for the demon this early. I think Hawk is actually okay here. And simply bleed, deal 2 damage. I would be surprised. I mean, he can do whatever he wants, but tactical decision round 2. Yep, he's gonna go for it. So I guess he's gonna try and just end it here. We have 3 pretty powerful cards. Oh, you dick. That's not the end of
Extraordinary plan.
it, considering how Percival can ramp up on us. But that hurts. And an Avalok, okay. So we're probably going to be throwing
In your dream.
everything this round. So I'm just going to Percival
I
first.
spend more time passing cows than I do eating it.
Then Figgis, and well, I may save Figgis. it might... Oh, interesting. I'm guessing... No, I don't have any resets. And no poison either. So I may end up playing... Looks like I'll have to play both cards either way. So
You may take one plowing step further.
turn and turn. So this will get us to round 3. Kind of a bummer we couldn't keep a card on him. But we still have our Mystic Echo. He's now burned through both of his tactical decisions, so we are looking great. Especially if we hit our Dryad's Caress. Speak of the devil, we have the Purify. Throwing these has to be correct, right? As long as I don't get a second dwarf. This is fine. We will get our babes out.
The waters are broken up. The
And get
taste
them
still on my lips.
And we might be caressing next turn simply for the vitality ticks to make sure we get all of them. Well, better safe than sorry. You really never know.
Humans are not
Been lost. We're in such a dominant position. Playing it safe is gonna be the way to go. And there's
My, the Van Morla and they
Okay.
truly spoil us.
Let's go ahead and Dryad's Caress. And that should be game. Yep, even with one, not gonna be anywhere near enough. There you guys go. We have a couple games against some of the best decks on ladder right now. And this Harmony list absolutely handled all of them. You have the water into Percival is a really, really strong start, even without the Percival. This deck lets you just slam the board in turn 1, and then Mystic Echo your water back in round 3 to really put some nasty endgame pressure on them as well. So there were a couple games for you, just climbing up on ladder. Feel free to check out the Twitch channel and drop a follow there to see me playing live. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.